everybody thinks that they make the best steak, okay? But I would have to say that Matt King from Smith & Wollensky makes the best steak, and you're gonna teach us how to make quite a rub today, aren't you?
Absolutely. We're gonna make one of our most popular dishes, our Cajun ribeye.
There's a lot of seasonings that goes into this rub, so you put them all together?
We're gonna mix them all together. We're gonna start with some cayenne pepper, which is where we're gonna get a lot of the heat for this dish.
Okay, a little paprika.
Paprika, yeah. Then we're gonna add some white pepper.
And some black pepper.
Then chili powder, a little bit of garlic.
Garlic.
A little ground cumin, some dried basil, some sage,
and
salt.
Some salt. That's quite the rub there, Matt.
It is. Then we're just gonna mix this together. We're gonna generously rub these on both sides.
So I like this little poke technique you got here.
This is just gonna help the spices get inside the meat a little bit, so it speeds up the marinating process. We're gonna add some sliced onions, and then if you're doing this at home, a Tupperware container is perfect because we're gonna add oil just to cover them.
And you suggest letting this sit for 2 days.
That's where you're gonna get the ideal amount of flavor penetrating into the meat.
Okay, and so for the magic of television, here is 2 days later.
Exactly. All of that flavor soaks into the meat and particularly into the marbled fat throughout the meat. So the next thing that you need to do is we need to have a really hot grill. As hot as you can make your grill. Just get nothing but sizzle.
All right, so there's gotta be some tricks for people that are grilling a steak of this size at home. How do you know when it's ready?
There are. So the biggest mistake people make is trying to turn it too soon. So 2 things that I look for. If I'm cooking a bone-in steak, you're gonna see the bone is gonna start to get hot. You're gonna start seeing bubbles coming out the top of the bone. The other thing I look for is I look around the edge of the steak, and you should start to see the fat caramelizing coming up the side of the steak.
So the key is, don't be moving it all around. Leave it so it gets that char. Okay, so what's this next step?
The next step is resting the steak.
And what does resting the steak do?
What the resting is going to do is it's going to redistribute the juices throughout the steak. My suggestion is go inside the house, go to the fridge, find a beer, or your drink of choice. By the time you find the bottle opener, you drink the beer, steak's rested long enough.
So you're really thinking about what, how long?
Well, it depends how fast you drink. I mean, it could be a 2-beer process, but about 7-8 minutes.
7-8 minutes, let it rest. Okay, Chef Matt King, this is the moment I've been waiting for since we started this rub. Now, people can't go get a piece of meat like this at the grocery store, but
if you do want this meat dry aged 28 days, you can order it from Prime Steaks Online, which is our online website.
Look at you and look at this gorgeous piece of meat. Pass me some wine.
There you go. Also available online.
Look at you, Chef.
Smith & Wollensky Private Reserve.
Perfect combination. Chef, thank you so much. Now we know how to make the perfect steak and also where to get one.
Absolutely.
For more information and to register, visit www.bcae.org and you can take 30% off classes with the code RECIPE.